Hey, sports bettors, happy Friday, March 15th. My name is Boyd. I teach beginner and struggling sports bettors how to day trade sports, basically using the tools at OddsJam. OddsJam is a betting tool that helps identify positive expected value bets with good closing line value to be profitable mathematically over and over again using the markets, betting the markets, not the books. And when you know how to do this, it's a lot more fun because you can make a lot more money very, very strategically and methodically. So that's what I'm here to do, show you the concepts, give you some picks, talk to you about how to set this up for yourself and how to do it yourself. So that's what the channel is all about. So if you haven't joined the channel, make sure you do join the channel. And we do this Monday through Friday to help give you some extra education in the betting world. And let's get started. All right, before we jump into the picks, I want to just remind you that you have to have the tools. You really need these tools in order to identify the opportunities and the wagers that are available with outlying prices. And so if you have OddsJam, you can do that quickly, easily. And if you don't have OddsJam, it's virtually impossible. So I encourage you to get signed up. You can save 20% off your first 2 months on any of the packages as you get ramped up. And then once you do, let me know. Say, hey, Boyd, got signed up. Wouldn't mind a little extra one-on-one consulting. I'm happy to do that for you. Let me know when you do, because it's something that is really easy to do, but if you don't understand it, it can be very complex. So that's what we're here to do, is kind of show you the concepts. In addition to that, I'm in Colorado. We have Sport Trade and Novig. They're two betting exchanges, sort of a peer-to-peer exchange. So when you're day trading sports like I do, it's really nice to have those tools as exchanges because there is a lot of features, a lot of benefits that you don't get at the sportsbook. So I'll put the links and the information up about those. So get the tools, get the information, get yourself educated, and let's get on to the picks. All right, so here we go. So basically the start of the morning is stopping off at the positive expected value page. On the left-hand side here, you can see a lot of the tools, and it is a very robust type of thing. I mean, OddsJam has a ton of information, and first stop I make is the positive EV page, pre-match or pre-game. And of course, there is live or in-game, which I'm doing a ton of in college basketball. It's outstanding. And down here, you can do these selections of the different sports books you want to include. You can select all of them, which is incredible because there's probably over 200 sports books that you can include in this. Or you can get down to one or two. I highly recommend you use as many sports books as you can, just because that's going to give you more pricing options. It's going to give you more choices. If you have one store, you have one price. If you have 10 stores, you have 10 prices. And if you have 10 prices, you can compare and contrast, all the different options to find value. All right, so you can see here when I open up all the different books, you have all the sports books available, and you're going to get a boatload of information. So I like to use a blend of both. I like to use as many books as I can. I like to use the ones that I have access to, but this is just as a demonstration to show you. On the left-hand side here, you can see a 10.48% positive EV edge in the market, and this is huge. It's absolutely enormous, because what it's saying here is if you have Texas Southern -7 at +120 at Bet365 or Fliff on this point spread bet, that it's going to provide that value. Now, this bet size is a recommendation. It's purely a recommendation based on, I've got this set up as a $5,000 budget. So in theory, if you're using a Kelly criterion and a risk factor of about 1, that would give you the bet size. So what this does is it takes the guesswork out of potentially how much you should wager, because it's helping you mathematically maximize the profits, minimize the risk based on the odds, the situation, etc. You also have market width here. Market width is sort of a confidence factor that the sports books have in the pricing, and it gives you, of course, more information as far as when this game is today, or this is updated today at 7:30 a.m. I'm in Denver. This is Mountain Time, so that was about 2 minutes ago. So it's very, very hot off the press type of information. You can open this up and look at the other sports books and see the other pricing. What I like to do is compare Pinnacle, one of the sharpest sports books, especially with mainline bets, and kind of what they're doing with their pricing. Now that went up to from -147 to the -123, so it's really going against this grain. So this would tell me this is the best bet, this +120 here at Bet365 and the -7 with Texas Southern. So that would be what you would do. You would then hit this. You could add it to your bet tracker for whatever amount that you put in there. Okay, you don't have to use the recommended bet size, but let's say you put in $100, and then you would save that to your bet tracker so you can keep track of these. I probably have, again, 15 to 20 or more bets a day, minimally, depending on the size and the slate of games. With college basketball going on right now, I could have up to 50 bets easily, minimally. And I know some people have a ton more, but this is what you're doing. You're looking for the biggest edge. You're looking for a nice market width over here based on the market. You're looking for opportunity to take advantage of a odds making book versus a sort of a public book. You want to take advantage of the week here, and this as far as outlying prices. And so this tool does it all for you, gives you all the wagers, and really shows you where you want to go, what you want to bet on, how much you want to bet, risk factor wise, and do all that. And you can set all this up in the markets tab. You can include or exclude player props, alt lines, main lines, all the different leagues. You can set up your market width to where, this confidence level. If you want it to be lower and really kind of cherry pick those lower ones, that's fine. You can do that. I think I have mine set on about 40 as a max. I've learned that I want to include a little bit of everything, but certainly on mainline bets like money lines, totals, and point spreads, I like to be around 20 or under as far as that goes. I don't typically go above 150 as far as odds, so you can set that up also in your odds. This is set up at 180, so that's why it's including this plus 155. But again, this is all settings that you can set, and you can have your own custom situation set up to where it filters and finds the information very, very quickly for you, so that it immediately identifies the wagers that are going to provide a positive expected value and give you all the details you need to function. All right, we're here at the low hold page, and I found a bet that I like, and I want to share with you kind of my thinking process and how I got to this particular point. When I come to the low hold page, what I like about what I hunt for is wagers that are, minus 110, minus 120, maybe minus 125. I don't really want to get into the minus 175, plus 175 range. So this would be out. This would be out. Another caveat is I don't want to compare basically two public books like MGM and DraftKings with each other. What I'm really hunting for is to find a market-making sports book like Pinnacle, bam, against a public sports book, bam, MGM. And so this is fitting the criteria so far, right? So I'm sort of setting conditions as I hunt, and then filters. And so when I find what I like, I'll go forward. Now let's go a little bit further on this. I like this Sexton over 22.5 player points in the Jazz Hawks game, and here's why. These guys are at minus 155. Holy shit! Let's open up the charts. You can see when they first opened up. This actually is about 3 hours ago. So this is about 5 a.m. Mountain Time. Would have been very, very early, but they got a huge push of money coming in. Huge push going this direction. That's encouraging because I can go pick this up at minus 120 at MGM. Again, a little bit juicy, but I want to be right. You want to make sure you got on the right side of these and mathematically profitable. So you have a nice edge. You're buying this low at this price versus what these guys are selling it at. So if these guys are selling it at that price, there's a reason. Okay. So again, that's what we're going to do. We're going to put this in for say $100, and then place that wager in our phone or online, save that, and go do about 25 more of these. That's what you're hunting for. All right, next up, Hawks Jazz in the points, rebounds, assists market. Again, all the markets are right here. You can do a drop down and open all those up and hunt on your own. That's kind of what I'm doing here, is just hunting and finding some good value. Found what I like here. Again, Hawks Jazz, points, rebounds, assists market. And here we are with Mr. Keontae. I think that's how you say that. Like the over 28.5 at Caesars. So here we are at Caesars, minus 108. Best price in the market. Average price in the market is 123. Flips at 115 right now. Interestingly enough, Bet Online, who you guys know as far as the player prop side, I really like to compare and contrast. They're at minus 121. So if they're at minus 121, have had good movement down, have had good movement that direction at the 29.5. Holy crap, what would they be if they had this priced, here? Probably would be, minus 135. So if you're picking this up at Caesars at minus 108, boom, that's the selection. Over 28.5. Mr. George in the PRA, points, rebounds, assists. All right, guys, as I mentioned, a lot of these videos are here for context, for education, and try to help you understand sort of the thinking process. And so the highlights here for all these positive expected value plays, the highlights in greens are the best bets or best odds according to the OddsJam tools. The challenge I have with this one is if you go over here to Pinnacle, open up their charts, you can see they had a sharp movement from minus 100 even money down to plus 104, and it's trickled up to plus 120. So it's telling me the market's going the other direction. Now they're offering best price. Now the U.S. sports bettors cannot get Pinnacle. So it's kind of fruitful or fruitless, but using their information and using their data, because they're the largest and most powerful sports book out there, is very, very key information to use. Now, if you look at their minus 135, you can see that they've actually had a lot of movement from minus 105 down, down, down. So it is going that direction, which is what I like. So in my opinion, you should get the minus 122 at FanDuel on this Magic minus 7.5. Again, it's kind of strange that this is not highlighted, but this is how you identify, direction, value, market width, all these things, and use this tool to your advantage. So again, you can scroll down here in the positive EV page and find them at an alternative market or derivative market plus 6.5, same scenario. So you can get a little juicier at minus 6.5, but you're off that key number of 7 in NBA action. So these are some of the things you can look at and compare and contrast when you open these markets up. Here's a points, rebounds, assists bet with the Nuggets and Spurs, and we can open this up and see sort of direction here again. It's saying take the under 19.5 at Pinnacle. You can see that here. But again, I'm going to look at market direction. Let's go over here and see what Bet Online's doing. And again, they're flat, so it's, again, kind of a bet that I would leave alone. But these are I guess this little portion or segment here is sort of just to tell you how you can, think through and process through and decipher and manage the data and understand what you're seeing so you can make good decisions. All right, guys, there you go. There's a few picks to get you off and running for the day. I want to remind you that you can stop by the website, boyddavis.com. We'll have the links down below. If you want to do some one-on-one consults, I've got that available. Different blocks, different options, different availabilities. We set up a quick time to go through initial 30-minute orientation, kind of talk about where you're at and kind of what's going on in your sports betting journey with your goals, and then help you with a betting plan. I provide a profit plan to help you incorporate right away, to give you literally a recipe and a game plan to get out and running and start to profit using all the tools and all the education, all the insights to help you really, have a lot more success. It's a lot more fun when you're making money. So please stop by the website and do that. If you have an interest, make sure you get signed up for OddsJam to have the tools available. In the meantime, if you have any other questions or feedback, leave them down below, and we'll be back Monday with more picks, more information, more selections. Have a good weekend.